Well, hi guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. Is it working? Sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, I was just making sure you put your mic on.
Oh, sorry. I was like, you looked as if to say it weren't working then.
I thought you were going to hit me with that. I was like, I'm bracing myself for impact.
Don't take it off that.
Am I talking through the features on the car for the final thing of flipping the bonnet, yeah? Right, let me undo the bonnet so that Hi guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. We're back in the workshop and we're finishing off the automatic build. So it's the RX-5 automatic. Now, she's ready to go for IVA. This is going to happen in 2026. Fortunately, we're waiting for a date, but it's in January and they're a little bit behind on their dates, but it's fine, it's booked, it's ready to rock and roll. So we've done everything now, we've road tested the vehicle, got it all ready, put all the IVA trims and everything else, the specifications that's on it. Now, if you're into IVAs and you're not sure about it, in fact, I'll get Finn to post up a link. We've done 2 videos on IVAs, they're about 45 minutes long, just going for the top 60 hints and tips really about IVA and how to get through the process and everything else like that. But back to the car. What is it? It's a Mazda based kit, so it's Mark II, 98 to 2005 era. This is a Mark II 0.5, which is a VVT engine. It's an automatic. So this engine's been refreshed and gone through. We've got all the other bits in here ready. Header tank's done, battery. We've just got a terminal to put on here for the live to cover that over. This is ready for, we've got the system going in for all the washer facilities for the wipers and that we've got to finish off. But everything else is done in here. Just a final cleaning detail and prep for when we PDI car for out to the customer. Cup nose cone, that's all on with the quick release fasteners. They're all done, so that makes life easier if you need to service or take the nose cone off. And then all the sections here with the indicators, lights, wheels, mud guards, all the trim, all the grills, all that's in ready, and that's IVA spec. Wing mirrors that are on here for IVA spec, and then we'll be probably putting the windscreen and wipers and all of that on here afterwards. Interior is completely finished, and we've done a sort of padded tunnel top to this as well for where the automatic, because it's a bit fiddly in trying to get all this in, but there is a lever in here and there's a lot of gadgets under here, so we've made a sort of trim all nicely padded out there with a standard instrument cluster, which is for your MX-5 Mark 2.5, which come in these normally in these white decals, so quite nice. Got some bench seats in there for the moment. It's having some new padded seats in there, a new design for William, and this particular customer is disabled, so that's the reason it's being built, and it's got a different seat going in there with some hand controls and all of that later on. All of these bits here, these little things, little padding for the IVA, where we have a rose joint here. This is all in, and all the seatbelt fixings, which you need for IVA to cover up any sharp edges behind there. That's done. Rear light and everything else all in. So you've got your rear light cluster, which is indicator, reverse light, stop and tell, and your built-in reflector. And they're all in light, all in one fog light module with a LED number plate light. And again, that's radius and show sharp edges on it for IVA. You've got your nice little billet aluminium fuel cap, and we'll pop under the back here to see what's going on for you, to show you if you've never seen an RX-5 build and it's the first time of seeing it and you want to get into building a kit. This is what a rear end looks like in the sense of a Mazda based kit. So this is your home build kit for you to build in your garage, friends, family, brothers, sisters, uncles, anybody else. Which has your differential from your MX-5, and we brace this up here so it has a welded plate, because there's a known little notch mark that can actually cause a failure. Handbrake cables, they're all from the Mazda, and we've got all our AA arm wishbones here, fuel tanks in, and this fuel pump is your Mazda one. This is a modified one. This is a Mark 2.5. It's a single pipe rather than a double, which is on a return on a Mark II. So that's all in, all clean, tidy, done, ready, buttoned up, all brake lines, fuel lines, all to IVA spec in there. We've got our rather slick Nankang tyres and our AR1 wheels. sorry, AL1 tyres, VR1 wheels. So that's the new style of wheel that we're doing now. We manufacture it for ourselves. So if you're into that and you want a 7x13 for a Mazda or Ford fitment, we can do that for you. And I think we've probably got them in stock nowadays. So yes, so it's wrapping up. It drives actually really well. It's like first sort of automatic 7 car I have ever driven. And when you think, oh, well, it can't be that much, 150 horsepower stock, it actually pulls really well. The kickdown works amazingly. It's got the kickdown on here. That's why the second cable is in for the kickdown on it. It works really well. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw you back. Finn's going to go through all of the details of when this car was built. So enjoy the build from day one, and we'll look to see this car on the road very soon. Right, well, hi guys, and welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. I'm going to talk you through, if you've been tuning in before, the RX-5 140, but it's the automatic build. So lots of progression on this actually from the last video. First things first, we was on with, you probably had the engine outside of the vehicle. Move that out of the way, don't know what's up there. And it was outside, but it's all been gone through, checked and detailed and clean, looking like factory fresh, should we say. Probably better than it came out of the car actually when it was factories. Nicely clean, detailed. And we've got the engine and automatic gearbox in. And then we're on with front end in, front end on, steering rack on, rockers, suspension, headlight brackets, headlights, front indicators, we have them here mounted under to comply with the IVA specifications. All of that's been done. It's all had new bits on it, the alternators, the belts, all refreshed in that sense. And then things like the cable here, this has been done. This is your accelerator and your kickdown cable, because it's automatic gearbox, so you have to have that. When you press it, it launches through the gears and kicks down. Steering column, steering, all of that stuff is in. Under here we're just putting in those in, finishing off with the brakes and stuff. Bulkhead panel lining up. And then obviously the big stuff is the body panel. So side panels fitted, and riv nuts gone in for all the wheel arches have been pre-fitted with the riv nuts that we've got here. Rear tub, roll bar, that's gone in. And then we move round to all the rear ends pretty much buttoned up now in the sense of diff, drive shafts, all the brake system, brake calipers, carriers, cross-drilled and grooved vented disc, solid discs, cross-drilled and grooved though, all brand new components in now. These have been refurbished, new bushes, all that's been gone through. So yeah, that's in. Fuel pump system. Here we use the original Mazda. I know a lot of you have seen this before, but it's just to show you the system here. And then we've got to do one more line, obviously the blanking off here is the fuel line for returns and stuff. But yeah, fuel pumps in. Rear wing's been fitted actually on this side, but the other one's there ready to bolt on. But we've got bits, just easier access at the moment, that's going on. And then we're on with gearbox mount to finish off, prop shafts in, handbrake lever, and then obviously mounting up the linkage for the gear, I'm going to say gear stick, I suppose. It's not a gear lever, is it? Because it doesn't change gear like a manual. So yeah, that's got to be finished off and mounted. So quite a bit going on. Got the wheelwood upgrade on this, got the wheelwood brakes on the front, plenty of stopping power, vented with a 256 and plenty of stopping power, cross-drill and grooved on these, plenty of stopping power. This is more than ample for this weight of car. These come in 560, 570. In fact, with a roll cage, probably 560 near a kilo. So not a heavy car by any stretch of the imagination. And with these, with a VVT stock, they're about 150 horsepower. Plenty of fun. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sports. No. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. Back in the workshop with this, the automatic build. It's been a few weeks, so we thought we'd better give you a bit of an update really. So quite a lot has changed probably since you've seen it last. Bodywork, that's the obvious thing. Lots of bodywork gone on and fitted, but we'll start at the front. So we've got the radiator in, it's just a 42mm alley one. It's only a stock engine, it'll be plenty for that. We've got the little oil cooler here. You think, what's that for? Well, that's for the gearbox that we've done, because normally that's on the radiator system that's on the Mazda itself. All the front end's pretty much buttoned up now. Headlights in with built-in indicators, top and A-arm, bottom A-arms, steering racks. Got to do a geo on it finally. The Mazda uprights, the nice Anken tyres and our AL1 wheels all fitted on, beautiful. Really impressed with these, love them actually. And then moving into the engine bay, It's got the stock VVT engine in there. So that's the 1.8. They're about 150 horsepower in that region, which works quite well. We've got a couple of things we had to do in here, some resistors, because we're using the stock one. Normally we'd have a little relay, but we've got some resistors in for the indicators, because they're all LED. Temporary put in there in a second. We're doing testing on the systems. All the engines detailed, it's all fit in. We've got the throttle cables in, we've got the return for the gearbox for the kick down. We've got brake master cylinders down here, all in with the float levels, indicators as well, all nicely tied in down there. There's a couple other jobs we've got to button up in here, some cables and bits and bobs, and tidy that area. The dot 4 sticker, remember that's compulsory within 150mm for your IVA. That all works really well. Bulkhead, not permanently fixed, temporary fixed at the moment with the scuttles. You've just finished some other bits. You've got your nice header tank with the new one, guys, if you want to see them, all branded up with the MK logos. And in your battery cover, all nicely done with the MK logos. And don't forget, we've not seen it on here. If you're not, you know, you haven't got a live terminal cover. Yes, you do need one of them for IVA when you're doing for your live terminal. So make sure that's covered as well. And we'll have a couple other bits that we've got to tidy up. Now, front wings, they've all been bonded on. So if you look at the front of the car there, Finny's just going to move round. Front wings, these are the CSRs, making sure when you do fit them that this edge is level or over the front tyre, because again that would be a foul because they have a radius test. It needs to be 50 degrees on the rear and 30 degrees on the front from the centre line. So if you're coming up from here, it's 30 and that's 50 to make sure. But if you bolt them flat like this, basically that's level at the top, they cover that hole. It's kind of designed to cover that whole area anyway. So moving through the vehicle, quite a bit more done. We've got the scuttle in, we've got the wiper motor mechanism, which we'll show you underneath in a second actually. Steering column is bolted in now and fixed. We're finishing off the interior section here. This still isn't quite finished with the interiors. This is going to have a full padded tunnel top in here, but these will be riveted in. We've just done the temporary fix, and the cover's being well made and designed for this at the moment. So we'll be doing that to cover up for the lever. And then moving round, rear arches, again, they have to comply again with a 30 degree and 50 degree, but as you can see, they more than less do. Fitted with the Nankang AR1s and the awesome wheels, VR1 wheels, fantastic. Done some testing on these tyres, got to say, on track, impressive, these Nankangs, really good. We was actually somewhere in the region of 2 seconds a lap quicker, just under 2 seconds a lap quicker versus a Toyo R888. So that's saying something. On the back, boot cover has been fitted, but it's off at the moment, just while we tidy up the last bits of wiring, so all the little poppers are in ready. And you got your full fuel cap here, aluminium one, all anodised black. Remembering that these caps are IVA, you have to make sure, in fact I'll show you if it's on here, you have to make sure that when you put this in, take it out, that the key doesn't come out. It has to stay in there locked. So that won't go in, and then we'll lock it up, put it back in, and that will come out. But it has to do that for IVA compliance. Or failing that, if it doesn't do that, then you have to put a tether on it so that it's tethered to the vehicle. LED light pack, we've got the fog light in here with a little 3D printed cover with the number plate light. That all complies with IVA. It's got the E marking on it appropriately. And same with the LED mics, like these have got reverse, stop, brake, indicator and your built-in reflector, all in one. Really, you've probably seen it loads of times, but very, very tidy. In the back of the vehicle here, fuel tank's done, diff's done, a couple of bits of the wiring just to finish tidy up, got the resistors in for the indicators that we've put in, and we've got the roll cage bolted in here. It's the roll bar, this is a lower one. We do two heights, we do this height, and if you're a taller gentleman, much taller than me, then we do another one that's about 50mm taller. That again gives you that extra height and security and safety if you're driving it on the track or the road as well. But this one is. But the good news is the boot cover fits all three. So you can have a roll cage, lower roll bar or top one, either way. Now moving round, exhaust system's in. We've done a fit on that. We're just going to fit now the cat onto this. Because as standard we do decap pipes and then we'll weld in the cat here. On the VVT you will need a cat that was like this basically. One for after the cat and one pre-cat, so we'll weld in two bungs for lambda sensors. We have the wires, where are they? There's one and there's two here, so we've got the two here. Two lambda sensors that are going to go in off the vehicle, after cat, and that, otherwise you'll have a warning light up on the dashboard. Exhaust system's all in, manufactured, that's a standard Mazda exhaust manifold. And normally the 2.5s don't have it here, but the Mark IIs have a lambda sensor hole just here, which is actually where it joins in, it's perfect. But on these you don't, so we've got to fabricate that. So all in, air filter's all done, all at the front here. And then nose cone has been fitted, which is over there, but it doesn't matter. And then we make these little fixings here, brackets that go on for the Dazuz fasteners. We've got Dazuz fasteners here, and we've got Dazuz fasteners here. And that makes it for a much quicker release, so you can actually just twist and go, which I'll show you on the nose cone here. Got that, so we bring that around and just show you. So they're the little Dazuz fasteners on the side there. They will pop in and twist, and same as on the bottom, they pop in and twist. So you can actually remove this super quick if you want to check anything, look anything, adjust your suspension, do whatever, check, maybe get a few bugs out of your radiator and all of that. So she's all operational. She does start and run, this particular vehicle. We'll check that now. So key on, we haven't got the dashboard in, but we're bonding in the switches here, but we'll see if she runs. We put it in neutral, put it in park, handbrake on. There she goes. Sounds sweeter than sweet. Beautiful. Engine sounds great, so that's all starting and running as well. So just, yeah, we're getting to the final stages on this now. So the dashboard's here. All the gauges have been bonded in. We're just bonding into this section here, which is to house the dimmer switch and the fog light. So we cut that out. We do that, supply that in part of the kit. So there's a 3D printing thing that just trims it and it looks nice and neat. So your standard gauges, everything else in there. So that's just drying at the moment. That's why it's not in the vehicle when we're into the final fit. Now what we have done, if we move round, Finn's going to follow me round. We fit a heater here, a small one, custom one with a little heater here. So we've got a little heater that blows down from here. It's got to do the final fix on this, but here and for the passenger, we're running the tubes for these. And then under here, we've got the wiper motor all mounted up, ready for it as well. It gets very tight under here, guys. I will say that when you've got heaters and wipers and everything else, it all gets very, very tight under here with the wiring when you're using the stock management. If you're using aftermarket loom, it literally uses about a third of the wiring, so you get tons more space under here to fit all of the heater. In fact, we normally fit the heater on that side, but we can't on the VVT. It's just too much wires, too much modules, and the ECU and the wiring boxes are just the fuse boxes. It's just too big for space. So that's buttoned up really now. That's getting really, really close. I say the bonnets, the bodywork's done in terms of most of the things. We've just got the bonnet to fit. And then we'll be on with just a few final fixings for the seats and interior seat belts. Then we'll be on with geo on the car, with geometry of the car, making sure she sits right. And then, yeah, it's buttoning it up for IVA. So she's looking good. Let's do a stand back shot, Finn. Do a stand back shot. So, yeah, she looks good. Black on black. You can't really argue with it, really. It looks a great little car. We're cleaning, tidying. All the panels are fitted now. So, yeah, it's kind of buttoning it up. So, very, very different build for us. A few little challenges building with an automatic. Quite like the idea of the challenges. The guys have rose to it, as they always do. The team have done a great job and they're bowling through it now. So not far away from its IVA date. If you want to know more about the RX-5 range or anything from MK Sportscars, and hook us up, phone call, email, come and see us at the factory. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.